So, Tirukudalur. Kudal means coming together. That is what is known as Kudal. In Madurai, there is a divination called, what is the name, Prabhu? Kudalagar. So why this temple is known as a temple of coming together is because all the Muppatti Mukkodi Devatas came here to worship the Lord. Which Lord? Jagat, Rakshaka, Perumal. Because he is the protector of the entire Jagat. That's why he is known as Jagat, Rakshaka, Perumal. So, they came here and they worshipped the Lord and they stayed here, and henceforth this place got that name. And a very important question that happened here was when Ambarish Maharaj was protected by Sudarshana Alvar. Sudarshana Alvar means Sudarshan Murti. In Tamil Nadu they call Alvar. So when Chakrat Alvar or Sudarshana Alvar, he protected Ambarisha from the wrath of Durvasa Muni. And then he came and rested here. And Ambarish Maharaj was very, very thankful. He was overwhelmed with a lot of emotions. Because Ambarish Maharaj was always thinking, I am a very tiny person. And Swayam Sudarshana Murti has come to protect me. So he is so much overwhelmed. And in gratitude, this temple was originally constructed by Ambarish Maharaj. Yeah. It was a offering of love and gratitude by Ambarish Maharaj to Sudarshana Murti. And long back, there was one parrot who was living here. And this parrot somehow liked the Lord here, Jagat Rakshaka Perumal. And so it was thinking, what seva I can do for the Lord. Being a parrot, what seva a parrot can do for the Lord?
Picking flowers.
Sometimes we also think, what can I do for the Lord? Chanting. Yes, the parrot also thought, I can talk. So let me serve the Lord by chanting Harinam, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
So the parrot daily used to come here and chant for the Lord, for the pleasure of the Lord. So after some days, it was thinking, how can I come empty-handed to see the Lord? I should bring some offering. So it searched around and it found that there are so many Nyavalpada. You know what is Nyavalpada? Jamun. Lot of jamun trees were around. So it used to pick one ripe jamun, whatever it can hold in its beak, and it will come and place it in front of the Lord. That is his offering. So, in any janma, in whichever situation of life we are, we can serve the Lord. Where there is a will, there is a way. There is a Russian devotee. He has written a very famous book called The Salted Bread. Have you heard about that book? Yes. So that devotee, when he was in Russia, he was jailed, prisoned. So he wanted to chant, but no Jabamala. But still he made a Jabamala. You know how? How he made a Jabamala inside the prison house. Daily he was given hard bread to eat. In Russia they call it hleg. Kleb and moloko. That is the diet that was given. Moloko means milk in Russian language. You must be wondering how I know this. Because 1 year I suffered in Russia. I learned the very hard way how hard it is to eat this bread. So when I was there, I used to buy this bread, clay, and I used to put it in milk or water overnight, so that in the morning it will be soft enough to bite. That much hard it was. Yeah, very hard, very hard. On top of that, sub-zero temperatures. So he used to save little pieces of bread, and he will mix water with it, and he used to make beads out of bread. And now he needs a thread. And what he did, he pulled a thread from his cloth, jail dress. He made thread, and with that he made a Japamala of 108 beads, and he was sitting and chanting Hare Krishna. It's amazing. Even though we have got 12 Japamalas in our house, we don't chant. There he made a Japamala and chanted. So this parrot was daily bringing what? One jamun fruit and offering to the Lord. So these small offerings go a long way. You know that Leela of Draupadi Vastrabharanam, right? Draupadi got endless meters of sari. How she got so much sari? Because once when Krishna was visiting Hastinapuri, she was feeding apples, fruits to Krishna. So she was slowly scraping the fruits, cutting it. Then Krishna said, "Come on, I will do it. You are too slow, I am very hungry." And Krishna took the knife and he cut his fingers. And blood started coming out of Krishna's finger. So all the queens were there. Whose queens? Krishna's queens. How many queens?
16,108
queens were there. They all ran in different directions. Why? To bring band-aid, medicine, something should be used to tie the hand first to stop the bleeding. But Draupadi did not run anywhere. You know what she did? She immediately tore open her very costly Kanchipuram Pattu sari. And then with that she tied the finger of the Lord. Will you do that? If the Pattu sari is 15,000 rupees, will you do that? No. But Draupadi did not think like that. Why? Because as a devotee, she considered Krishna as the most valuable possession. Tvameva matacha pita tvameva. Tvameva bandhuscha sakha tvameva. Tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. Tvameva sarvam mamadeva deva. So, this is one important quality of every devotee. We must be having so much property, possessions, wealth, but deep inside our heart, we should always consider Krishna as our most valuable possession. If Krishna is there, we are the most wealthy people. Like that, there was a devotee. He did not have enough to even eat, but he considered himself as the most wealthy person. Who was that person? Sudama. When Sudama went to Dwaraka and Krishna asked, "Are you okay? How are you?" He said, "I am very fine." He did not eat for 3 days. And he is saying, "I am very fine." That is why one Acharya was saying, when the Lord appeared in front, the Lord asked that devotee, "What do you want?" Then he said, "Kurayondrum illai Govinda." That means what? Kurai means I don't lack anything. Kurai ondrum illai. But he is doing everyday madhukari. Madhukari means what? Going around begging in different houses and eating. And that devotee, when Lakshmipati is standing in front of him, he is saying, Kurayandrumillai Govinda. Then Krishna said, looking at you doesn't look like you don't have kurai, you are so thin, wearing torn clothes. He asked me something. Then he said, no, I don't know anything. No, you should ask something. Whenever I come to this material world, people ask me something. That is a usual custom, protocol. You should also ask. Then he became very angry. He said, do you want something? This devotee asked Krishna, do you want something? Krishna said, no. Okay, then he go. So that is the kind of fulfillment that the devotees have in their hearts. But sometimes we have so much property, bank balance, even then we don't have this fulfillment. We are not tripta. So Chanakya Pandita is saying, only that person who is satisfied with the three things will be happy. What are those three things? First one, whatever income you get, you should be satisfied with that. Don't hanker for more. Second one, whatever food you get daily, be happy with that. Today you may get a big feast, tomorrow porridge, day after tomorrow nothing. Don't worry. That's why in Vrindavana there are so many Babajis even today. They will sit by the side of Yamuna Maya and they will simply chant. If someone comes and gives them some roti sabji, they will eat. Otherwise they will drink Yamuna Jal and continue to chant. Why? They don't even go and beg from any house. Why? Because they have strong faith in Krishna. That if Krishna wants me to eat today, he will provide. Yoga Kshemam. That is what is known as Ajagara Vritti. There are two kinds of Vritti. One is Madhukara Vritti, another is Ajagara Vritti. What is Madhukara Vritti? You are like a honey bee, bumblebee. You go to different houses, beg food and eat. There are rules even for begging. You are supposed to beg only in 7 houses. And again, you should go in front of one house and chant Bhiksham Dehi, Bhavati Bhiksham Dehi. And you can wait there only till that time which is required to milk one single udder of a cow. That is the rule. If the lady of the house is not bringing you any food within that time, you should leave that house. You should go to the second house. Like that, how many houses? Only 7 houses. And after you visit the 7 houses, whatever is there in your hand, palm, you should again divide it into 3. You cannot eat the whole thing. One part you give for the birds. One part you give for animals or anybody who is staying hungry. The remaining 1/3 you eat. With the palm. With the palm. Why with the palm? Because if you are having a tiffin carrier and all, then you will start collecting for tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you will buy a fridge, keep it there, heat it up, nothing doing. Once your palm is full, you stop. That's it, that is your quota is over.
That's also one time.
It's one time, not 3-4 times like us.
Prabhu, after 7 houses did not get means nothing.
That's all. That means Krishna wants you to fast on that day. That is Krishna's wish. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yatkinja jagatyam jagat tena tyaktena bhunjida magrada kasya sviddanam. Ishopanishad is saying, whatever is your quota, that will come to you. You don't worry. My grandma used to say, how much ever rice you have in your storeroom, only that rice you can eat, on top of which your name is written. Every grain of rice that you are supposed to eat will have your name. If your name is not there, maybe it is inside your house, maybe you cooked it, maybe you packed it, but you will not be able to eat it. That is for sure. Once I had that experience. It was a Nirjala Ekadashi or something. Next day we were traveling. So we had a train at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock something. So breakfast also we thought, we'll be in a hurry, let's pack something. So we made paneer sabji, pakora, all items. Because yesterday whole day fasting, morning also nothing we ate. So we thought nicely we'll eat inside the train. We'll have a big feast. And we packed extra rice, extra pakoras. In plantain leaf in Kerala we do that. It is called a podichor. We cut plantain leaf and we put hot rice on top of that. Everything hot, and that heat will absorb the flavor of that plantain leaf. It will be very tasty. So like that pakka arrangement we made, and we got inside the train. We felt little tired. Yesterday fasting, today also we were running around. So both of us had a upper berth, top berth. So we climbed the top berth and we slept. And the train left at around 12 o'clock. By the time we woke up, it was dark. We had a very deep sleep. And then when I was trying to get out of my berth, I couldn't do so. Because I was having high fever. And the first thing that I did was I was checking on her. If she is also having high fever, I am okay. If she is not having fever, I am only having fever, and I will feel very bad. She said, I also have fever. Then I was little okay. Then the problem is, I cannot eat. The paneer sabji, pakora, everything is waiting. We are not even able to get up. So what I did, I got down with a lot of difficulty. I think it was Coimbatore station, and I went in search of a bhikari and gave him. So why? Because my name is not recognized. So if you understand that, you will not spend so much time earning so much money, more than what is required. You will not be able to consume it. Finally, somebody will consume it and go. Like today only I read in the newspaper, in Reserve Bank, crores of rupees are there, without any claimants. You don't know who is the owner. Crores of rupees are lying idle in different accounts, in different banks. So, whatever you earn, you be happy. With that, whatever good things you can do, you please do. Dhanam, dharmam, you do. Because you don't know whether tomorrow you will leave. Isn't it? So, Chanakya Pandita is saying, whatever income you get, you be happy. Whatever food you get, you be happy. And the third thing is very, very, very important. Whoever is your life partner, be very happy with him or her. Don't think that, if this lady's nose was little more sharp, I would have been more happy. If this Prabhu was little more slim, I would have been very happy. Nothing doing. Whoever is destined to come as your life partner, he or she only will come. And understand that he or she is the best person for you. You may find so many faults with your life partner, but he or she is the best life partner for you. So, anyway, this parrot was offering jamun fruit. Like this many days continued. One day there was a hunter here. He was watching. One parrot is daily coming at a particular time and spending a lot of time in this temple. So he thought, I will somehow get that parrot. And one day he was hiding here, and when the parrot came with the jamun fruit and offered the jamun, he shot a sharp arrow. And it went straight and hit the parrot, and it went down. But when it was falling down, it chanted Hari Hari, Hari Hari, Hari Hari, and left its body. And it immediately attained a Chaturbahu Murti form and went to Vaikuntha. So this is the power of chanting holy name. You may be a parrot, you may be a crow, you may be an elephant, you may be a monkey, you may be a crocodile, it doesn't matter. If somehow you are able to chant Harinam, your life is successful. And there is a wonderful tree here behind. It's a jackfruit tree, and there is a natural mark of conch, shankh here. So it is considered as a very auspicious tree. We will go there and take darshan of that tree. So that is the specialty of this temple. So then this is the first temple. We have got totally 4 temples to cover. Then Tiru that I already mentioned, right?
Yeah, Andalakam.
Andalakam Perumal with the Marakkal that we already discussed. Then the next temple we have to go is Kapisthalam. Kapisthalam. Why the place is known as Kapisthalam? Kapi means monkey. So which Kapi? Anjaneya Swami. That is why in Bhagavad Gita it is said Kapidvaja. Whose chariot has Kapidvaja? Arjuna's chariot has Kapidvaja. So Kapisthala got its name because the Lord gave darshan to Anjaneya Swami as Sri Rama in that place. So that is why it is called Kapisthala. But that place is also known as Gajendra Mokshasthali. Gajendra Mokshasthali means what? The place where Gajendra received moksha. But where is the place that Gajendra actually received moksha? It is in Trikutachalam, near the shores of the Milky Ocean. But here they are saying, in Kumbkonam we got moksha. How can it be true?
Maybe you just saw that Leela.
Because one of the 3 Mudalalvars, out of the 12 Alvars, 3 Alvars are known as Mudalalvars. Peyalvar, Poyalvar, Bhudattalvar. These 3 Alvars are called Mudalalvars, and that Peyalvar came there and he requested the Lord to show him the pastime of Gajendra Moksha. So this is one advantage, privilege that we have when we go back to Godhead, to Vaikunta or Goloka Dham. If you go there, you can also make this request to Krishna. Krishna, I want to see how you lifted that Govardhan. Can you do it once again? You will do it once again. In Malayalam, there is a beautiful song. What is that song? Kannani aadiya leelagal onnude aadule. Kannani aadiya leelagal onnude aadule. Madaji kettunda? What does that mean? Kanna ni aadiya leelagal onnude aadule. That means, can you repeat whatever leelas you enacted for me? I did not see. So if you like Damodara Leela will be done again, exclusively for you. One single person, the whole Leela will be enacted. And you again have 2 choices. Either you can be a spectator or you can take part in the Leela. So if you want to take part in Leela, Krishna will make you as a Gopa or Gopi and you can stand there and witness Yashoda Maya tying Damodar. So all these things are possible. Despite all these privileges that are waiting for us there, we are still rotting here. We don't want to leave Bangalore. Bangalore is nice. After all, it's so cool. Look at Kumbkonam, so hot. Bangalore is all said and done. Heaven, Prabhu. You should have a very, very deep desire to go back to Godhead. Then only Krishna will take you back to Godhead. That desire, deep desire is very, very important. Otherwise, you will keep on chanting. Next life also, you will be born in a very wealthy family, devotee family. It will keep continuing. You should have the deep desire. That is why Krishna is present within the heart of everyone as Antadhyami, Paramatma. Why he is present? Because he is waiting for that moment when you will say, Krishna, enough is enough, please take me home. He will take you home. That is why some devotees, simply they leave. They may be very young. Many times people question me, why the devotee left so young? Maybe at some point of time, he must have developed that desire. Krishna is enough. And Krishna knows, he will take. So you have to be very careful. If you somehow have that desire, Krishna will take you. Then I don't know what will happen to your property, apartments. So be careful before you develop that deep desire. So this parrot went back to Moksham. So similarly in Kapisthalam, this whole Leela was enacted for the sake of Peyalva. So that is why that place is also known as Gajendra Mokshasthali. Similarly in Kerala there is one place called Trikakara. You have been to Trikakara? Yeah. There it is called Vamana Avatara Sthala. Why? Because for Saptarshis, Vamana Avatara was again reenacted. Actually, Vamana took avatar in which place? Bharuch. When you travel from Rajkot towards Gujarat, that side, then you will see a station called Bharuch. You will also cross a huge river. Which river? Narmada. So on the banks of Narmada, in Bharuch, who did a huge yajna? Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj did a huge yajna. So Vamanamurti went there and asked for 3 steps of land. In Sanskrit it is called the Bhrigu Kacha. Bhrigu Kacha is now known as Bharuch. There is a railway station that most of the trains stop there.
That place is still there?
No, the exact spot is not there, but the place Bharuch is there. So that is Kapisthala. Then the 4th temple that we have to visit is, so Tiruvadanur, Andalakkam Perumal, Kapisthalam, Tirukudalur, Vaidhyam Katta Perumal, and the 4th place is Tirupulkudi. Tirupul Bhudankudi also they say. Tirupulkudi or Tirupul Bhudankudi. So why that place got that name? In Tamil, Pul means bird. Bhudan means dead. So the place of the dead bird. So who is that celebrated bird in the Leela of the Lord? Jadai. So in that place there, Lord Rama did Antyeshti Kriya for Jadai. There are Shodasha Samskaras that are supposed to be done for a human being. Shodasha Samskara means 16 purificatory rites. The first rite is Garbhadana and the last rite is Antyeshti. So Antyeshti means what? Those kriyas that you do for the dead body. That is called Antyeshti Kriya. So it is very, very important that we do Antyeshti Kriya in a Vaishnava way. In a Vaishnava way means most importantly, when the body is taken into the fire, it must have Tulasi Mala. That is the most important thing. So whenever your friends or whomever you know, they pass away, if possible, please put a Tulsi Mala. It will be a very, very wonderful seva for that soul.
But in fire, that also good.
It has to burn. So in Tulasi Mahatmya it is mentioned that if the body is burned with a dry twig of Tulasi, they will get moksha. So that is because of the Mahima of Tulasi Mala. But don't put Tulasi leaves. Tulasi leaves should not be burned, but dry twig. No, dry twig. That should be used.
That's like Kandimala like that.
Like Kandimala. Or if Kandimala is not there, see when after 6 months normally Tulsi Marana will get dried up. So preserve it. And you can use for Homa, Yajna and for Antyeshti Kriya and all you can use.
Even if they do not have a Krishna consciousness.
No problem. Even if they are non-devotees, don't worry. You can give them Kandimala, you can give them Gopi Chandana, you can give them Vrindavan Mayapur dust, you can give them Ganga Jal. All these things can be given even to non-devotees. No restriction. Okay. So, there Lord Rama did the Antyeshti Kriya for Jatayu. And when the Antyeshti Kriya was done, the soul of Jatayu was slowly moving up. And Lord Rama can see the soul moving up. And then the Lord Rama said, Gacha Lokan Anuttama. He gave a command. Gacha Lokan Anuttama. Gacha Lokan, you please go. Where? Anuttama. To the topmost world you go. So that is actually against the rules and regulations. Why? Because the scriptures say that only if you are born as a human being, you do bhakti, then only you can go to Vaikunta, the exalted world. But here, Lord Rama is overturning all the rules of the scriptures by a single command, Gacha Lokan Anuttam. But if you look at the service that Jadayu performed for Lord Rama, it is not anything great. What service did Jadayu do to Lord Rama? Did he rescue Sita Maya? If he at least rescued Sita Maya from the hands of Ravana, we can say he did a solid service. He did not even rescue her. He only tried to fight Ravana. Is that a service? If someone says, see, if someone calls you for some prasadam feast, and then the Mataji, after you go to the house, say, I tried to cook Prabhuji, everything got burned. Now you can go. Here is a glass of water. Is that a service? You wanted to feed the Vaishnava, but you burned everything. You put everything in the cooker and you are nicely watching TV or talking with your friend. Everything got burned. Is that a service? We don't consider it as a service, but Krishna considers even that as a service. What service? You had an effort, no? You put an effort. That is why Krishna is known as Bhavagrahi Jana. So actually Jadayu failed in his service. But even then, Lord Rama considered it as a great service and gave him Vishnupadam, Vaikunta Padam. So that's why we should always be engaged in the service of the Lord. That's why Srila Prabhupada says, you try to distribute my books. You carry some books and tell people, can you please buy one Bhagavad Gita? People may not buy Bhagavad Gita and you may come empty-handed without selling even one book. But is it considered as a service?
Yes.
Yes. Because you put the effort. So that is the benefit of seva. Isn't it? So always be engaged in some seva. Don't think that this is small, this is big, I was not successful, this devotee is a great preacher, I am not able to preach, he is a great book distributor, I am not distributing any books. Nothing. Put your earnest effort. Krishna will reward. So, like that, Jadayu was cremated, Jadayu's Antyeshti Kriya was done, and another great blessing that Jadayu received, which even Dasharatha did not receive. What was that? Jadayu left his life on the laps of Lord Rama. Even Dasharatha did not get that blessing, being Rama's father. So that is all those boons were given just because he tried to serve the Lord. So just for trying to serve the Lord, if you get so much mercy, if you really serve the Lord, how much mercy you get? So Krishna consciousness, bhakti, is a very benevolent movement. The rules are totally different there. You just put in your effort, you are rewarded. So, like that, there, Tirupul Budangudi, that Antyeshti Kriya was done. That is why inside the Garbhagraham, there is Jadayu. That is the only place where you can see Jadayu's deity inside the Garbhagraham. And it is mentioned that Lord Rama permanently resides there. Once Tirumangayalvar went to take darshan in the temple, and two princes were sitting underneath a tree. Two princes. So he looked at them, what these princes are doing here? They should be going inside and do some chanting or why they are simply sitting here. So he went, he passed them. As soon as he passed them, everything became dark in front of him. You couldn't see. He couldn't keep one foot ahead. And he looked behind, everything is so bright. As in the area beyond that place where the princes were sitting, everything was dark. This side everything was bright. Then he came closely and looked at them. They were having a bow, arrow, and this one man was looking so handsome. பச்சை மாமலை போல் மேனி, பவளவாய் கமலச்சங்கள், அச்சுதா அமரர் ஏரே ஆயிரதம் கொழுந்தே என்னும் இச்சுவை தவிர யான்போய் இந்திரலோகம் ஆளும் அச்சுவை பெருளும் வேண்டேன் அரங்கமானதருளானே. Method Alvarsan. Beautiful, so handsome he is. And who were the two princes? Rama and Lakshmana. So they are permanently present there, sitting underneath a tree. They like that place. So that is the specialty of all these places. You may be wondering why this they have taken to such remote areas. We have to wait for the temple to open. You know why we should come to all these small remote area temples? Because the Lord resides here. We may or may not like this place, but the Lord likes this place because of His devotees. So that pastime happened in Tirupul, Udangudi, and another speciality. So temple is open. Yeah. Another speciality of that temple is that is one of the rare places where you will see Rama in Bhujanga Shayana. Shayana Kola. Normally Rama will most of the time stand. Very rarely he will sit. But he will never lie down. He is a very active person. But in that place you will see Rama lying down. Because there was a king by the name Kruddha. So he was a great Vishnu Bhakta of Ananda Shayana Perumal. So when he came and did Hari Bhajan, for his sake, Rama appeared in front of him as Shayana Perumal. So that form is maintained there in the Sanctum Sanctorum. So like this there are so many pastimes. Anyway, the temple is open. Let's go and have darshan of Jagat Rakshak Perumal ki Jai.